Mary was born August 12, 2009. She was born with heart disease and characteristics of Down syndrome. The doctors told me that she would live about 1 or 2 months. I convinced my wife, with some difficulty, to give Mary up, but it took a couple of days.
Mary didn't die as the doctors had predicted. Several years later, after a family crisis, her parents decided that they needed to find out what had happened to her. And after some searching, they found her in an orphanage. Children with disabilities in Armenia often end up in orphanages. Institutions often have many more services available than are available in the community. These can be things like rehabilitation services, health services, psychological supports. Even in the best institutions, children frequently don't get the individual attention that they need. They're stuck in a very strict routine in terms of meals, in terms of activities. They're very often confined to the institution, so it can be very detrimental to their overall development.
The institution should be a temporary place. In the future, the child should definitely return to the family.
Mary is 7 years old. When we brought Mary home, she couldn't walk at all. She couldn't make a sound or even scream. Now there are sounds like ma, pa. She can say that. She has blossomed. The differences are huge now.
The Armenian government has committed to reducing the number of children living in orphanages and other types of institutions. What it hasn't done yet is to make sure that there are sufficient services available in the communities to support children and their families. Social supports, rehabilitation, appropriate medical care, education.
Yes,
I am Mary Minassian. I'm 12 years old. I live with my mom and my sister Annie.
Yes,
I have a disability. My legs are not straight and I'm not growing. Also, because my legs are curved, my spine is curving too.
Mari attends an inclusive school in her community. Inclusive education is where children with disabilities and children without disabilities study together in one school, in one classroom. But it's not enough just to put them together in one classroom. Schools are obligated to provide reasonable accommodations to children with disabilities. So for a child with low vision, this can mean providing large print textbooks. For a child who has a hearing disability, it can mean providing a sign language teacher or maybe even just placing that child in the front of a classroom. It also means providing certain basic accessibility, for example, accessible toilets. There's only one bathroom that's accessible to Mari. It happens to be in the boys' bathroom. So she takes pretty extreme measures to avoid having to use the bathroom during the day, not drinking or eating before she goes to school.
As far as I know, in our school there is no other student like me that avoids eating, so I don't have to use the toilet.
The toilet is also on the ground floor, and most of her classes are on upper floors of the school.
There are only stairs in our school. There is no elevator for disabled. Our school has 3 floors. I'm on the 3rd floor. In the morning, my sister helps me go up the stairs.
Mari can participate in the classroom alongside her peers, but a lot of children with disabilities aren't so fortunate. What shouldn't happen is for children with disabilities to be placed in a community school but then be segregated in their education. They should be integrated as much as possible into all aspects of school life.
I would like to tell all children with disabilities that they should not be ashamed, and they should go to ordinary schools, and that they are equal.
Children have the right to grow up in a family, and children with disabilities have the right to be included in the community. A lot of studies have shown that it's actually much less expensive for governments to provide community-based services than it is for them to support large institutions. Large institutions are expensive. They require a lot of personnel. They require a lot of maintenance. All of that is money that exists within the government that they can simply redirect to community-based services that will be accessible to children and their families so that children can grow up at home.